So, good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon,
Yeah,
ma'am.
ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine.
Good. Can you all please switch on your video? Vishnu, Chrisjo, Delvin, Godwin, Nazrin, Shweta, Aaron, everyone, please switch on your video. Our class is recorded. Okay. So you should be visible on the screen. And I want all of you to actively participate. Okay. Noble, where are you? All right. So did you read the 2 stanzas which we did in yesterday's class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Very good. Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No,
It's all
ma'am.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. So who is going to summarize? Summarize means who is going to explain the 2 stanzas? I'm here to help you. Who's going to start with? Okay. Lena, just read the lines from the first stanza and explain. Okay. If you miss out some points, I'll help you.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and
Diverged.
so
Yes.
diverged in a yellow wood. And sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to
Yes.
where it bent in the undergrowth.
Can you just explain the stanza?
Two roads are diverged in a yellow wood. He can't. The poet can't travel in the both directions.
Yes, both the roads.
So he stood there,
Mm.
and he looked.
What did
Looked
he look?
down.
He looked at the roads.
He looked roads, and he
See
bent
where it reached.
where it
Okay, so the poet was traveling through the yellow forest during the autumn season, and when he reached at the junction, he found that 2 roads were splitted into 2, and he felt sorry for himself as he could not travel both the roads at the same time. And being one traveler, he stood there for a long time to make a decision. And he looked as far as his eyes could reach to see where the road leads in the bushes. It's all clear? First answer is clear to you?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then we will quickly recapitulate the second stanza. Where is Isha? Isha, read the second stanza.
Then took the other just as fair, and having
Yes.
perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though
Yes.
as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same.
Yes. What do you understand from the second stanza of the poem?
Ma'am, we understand that the poet took the second road,
Yes. Good.
thinking in that it wanted wear. It needed footprints of men. So when it was very grassy, and he when he was passing through the road, he saw that it was just the same as the first one.
Yes. The poet chose the second road. He kept the first road for another day and he chose the second road, thinking that both the roads are somewhat similar. But the second road has one peculiarity, that is, it was grassy and not many people have traveled through it. It was grassy and wandered where. That is why the poet decided to choose the second road. But when he started traveling through the second road, then he found that both the roads had been used almost the same. Is it clear, children? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So shall I ask you some questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
good. First question is to Noble. In which year the poem Road Not Taken was written? Noble? In which year the poem Road Not Taken was written? Do you remember the year in which it was written?
26 March 20.
The year in which the poem was written.
1983. 1983.
No. It's 90s, but
No.
it was written in. Okay,
63.
Rachel Bobbin, can you help Noble with your answer? In which year it was written? The poem was written in? Who can give me the answer?
1983.
Really?
Okay.
1913.
1913.
1912. The poem was written in 1912. Just note down in your book. Okay. The poem was written in 1912. Okay. Next question is to Rohan. What type of a poem is this? Rohan, what
Yes,
kind
ma'am.
of a poem is road not taken? Mm. What type of a poem is this? This has a one peculiarity I have told you. Yes,
Autobiographical.
very good. This is an autobiographical poem. Okay. Now, next question. Delvin, are you there? Delvin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Please come onto the screen. What was the momentous decision taken by the poet in his life? We have already discussed this many times. You should not forget because the life and the poem is very closely connected.
Moving
What was
to
the
London.
momentous decision? Delvin?
Moving to London.
Yes. Leaving his home country, America, and moving to a foreign country, that is London in England. Okay. Now, next question is to Shweta. Shweta, where are you? Shweta, can you hear me? Yes. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. What do you mean by diverged?
Half, half.
Yes, very good. Separated, split into two. Okay. Next question is to Nihal. What was the dilemma that the poet was facing? What was the confusion that the poet had? Nihal?
In the other
Ma'am,
road,
that
people
two road was
Yes. In front of him, he found two
two
roads
road.
and he was
He-
confused.
Which way you need to go?
Yes, very good. He was confused which way he has to travel. Okay. Now, next question is to Navaneet. Navaneet, tell me, which road was chosen by the poet and why?
Second road. It
Yes,
was
good.
grassy and
were
wandered well.
Very good. Perfect answer. The poet chose the second road because it was grassy and wanted where. Okay. Eva. Eva, tell me, what do you mean by wanted where? What do you mean by that phrase?
Lack
Wanted
of-
where?
lack of people's footprints.
People's footprint.
Yes. Lack of people's footprints. That means many people have not traveled through the second road. Okay. Vishnu. Vishnu, tell me, what does the word wood suggest in the first line of the poem? Vishnu. Vishnu, where are you? Can you hear me? Vishnu is not responding. Anaj will answer for that. What do you mean by wood in the first line of the poem?
Forest.
Okay, forest. All right. So I'm so happy that you have understood the first two stanzas. Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so shall we move to the third stanza?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to share the screen for you. Just have a look at it. Yes, who is going to read? Navaneet, read the third stanza. Can you see the lines here?
Yes.
I have zoomed it.
Man, can I read?
Yes, sure, read.
And both that morning equally lay in leaves not step had torn and black.
Yes.
Oh, I keep the first for another day. Yet know how
Yet
way
knowing
wa-
how way. Yet knowing.
leads. Yet knowing how way leads on to
Yes.
way. I
I
double if
doubted. I
I should.
doubted.
I doubted if I should never come back.
Ever come back. Okay. Thank you, Navaneet. So we'll move on to the second stanza. Sorry, third stanza. And both that morning equally lay. The letters are white in color. Okay. Maybe you will find a bit to have a look at it, but just excuse me. Okay. I'll read it. Listen. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. So, what do you mean by Children, if you're not responding, please keep it in muted mode. Okay. So my question is, and both that morning equally lay. What do you mean by both here? Who can give me the answer? Both.
Day and night. അല്ലേ?
Day and night?
Roads.
Yes,
Two roads.
yes. Good, very good. Two roads. Both. Both means two roads. The first road and the second road. Please note it in your book. Please note it, everyone. Otherwise, you will forget. Okay, when you listen to the class, you will understand everything. But later, you will forget.
Can I repeat that?
Yes. And both that morning equally lay. Both refers to the two roads. Okay, both refers to two roads. Two roads. And both that morning equally lay. So we find that the poet is going to the flashback. He is sharing his life experience with us. So he tells that after making the decision, what was his decision? What was the decision made by him?
Move to London.
Which road he has to travel?
Second one.
Yes, good. Second road. He decided to travel through the second road and he went back. Okay. And the next morning he came to travel through the second road. That is why the lines tells us that. And both that morning equally lay. When he came the next morning, he found that both the roads were almost in an equal condition. Both the roads were almost in equal condition. Raya, are you listening? In leaves, no step had trodden black. So how was the road's condition then? It was autumn season. The leaves, yellow colored leaves have fallen on both the roads and the leaves remained fresh. In leaves, no step had trodden. What do you mean by trodden? What do you mean by trodden?
Tree.
കൊഴിഞ്ഞു.
No. Malayalam, you cannot speak in English literature class.
Leaves on the ground.
Trod, it's the past tense of tread. Trod is the past tense of tread. Note it down. T-R-E-D, tread. The word trod is the past tense of tread. So tread means to walk. Tread, walk. So here, trodden. In leaves, no step had trodden black. That means when he came the next morning, he found that both the roads were equally covered with autumn leaves and he was the first to walk through that road. Are you able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. He was the first person to walk through that road. So the leaves are fresh. The leaves remained in yellow color. When you go to the village area, sometimes especially when you are walking through the areas where not many people have walked, will you be able to see the small plants or bushes in very green in color?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you will be able to see. If not many people have walked through that path, you will find that the leaves and the bushes, everything in very fresh color. But what happens when the people starts walking over it? Will the color change?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course. It will turn into brownish color or dark grayish color. So here the poet says that when he came in the next morning, he found both the roads in a similar condition, both the roads in the same way. And what is the reason? How did he find it same? The yellow leaves, the autumn leaves have fallen on the road and it remained fresh. In leaves, no step had trodden black. Nobody has walked through that road and the leaves have not changed the color. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will move on to the third line. Oh, I kept the first for another day. What is this first refers to?
First road.
Yes, good. The first road. He kept the first road for another day. So poet was in a complete confusion, a complete dilemma. Which road to choose? The road to the left or road to the right? He was not able to make a decision. And again he say, oh, I kept the first for another day. I kept the road, the first road for another day. And I chose the second one. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. Have you ever
Ma'am.
experienced that? Yes? Fizan, you have got some doubt?
And what is kept? I kept that.
I kept the first for another day. That means he left the first road. He thought he would travel to the first road on some other day. Okay. He thought that he would travel through the first road on some other day. So he kept it for another day. He kept the first road for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. I think you all have experienced that. We have traveled many times, yes? Either by car or by bus. And when we come to a junction, when we find two roads, one to the right and one to the left, we have to choose any one. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. It's not possible for us to travel both the roads at the same time, just like the point. We have to choose either the road to the right or the road to the left. And once we take the right road, the road in the right direction, when we travel after so many miles, only then we will come to know that the road is very difficult, or it's a difficult path to travel. It may have a lot of gutters in between. But is it possible to come back? What do you think?
No, ma'am.
At all. It's not possible for us to come back because it will be a wastage of time and money. So you, after traveling for a long distance only, you come to know that this was not a good road. This was not a good path for you. So it is not possible to come back. So the poet says that yet knowing how way leads on to way. So if he has opted for the second road, he has to travel through it. And once he starts traveling through it, it is not possible to come back. One way will lead to another. One way or one road will lead to another. I doubted if I should ever come back. So the poet is in a very confused state. He tells that he always doubted whether he has to come back or not. He was in a fluctuating state. His mind kept on fluctuating. Fluctuating means not constant. He was thinking whether I should go this way or that way. So even after traveling through the second road, he thought whether he should come back or not. Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
To all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we proceed to the fourth stanza, the last stanza?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Isha, read the lines.
I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence.
Yes. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. And the last lines. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So in your textbook, you will find a bit difference. Okay, this is an image that I took from the net. So in the textbook, you have to concentrate on what is written in the text. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Did you see that I has written twice? Did you see that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Why that particular letter is written twice? Hmm? He is emphasizing on himself. He took. Okay. So when it comes to poet tells that I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So let's see what does these lines mean. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Can you tell me what you mean by sigh? S-I-G-H, sigh. Agna, are you there? I find that you are stuck somewhere. Agna, can you hear me? Yes,
ma'am.
Okay. Tell me, what do you mean by sigh?
Long, deep.
Yes, someone is saying. Yes, yes.
Long way.
Long way. No, it's not a long
Long,
way.
deep. Long, deep.
Long, deep. Yes, Rohan is responding. Yes, Rohan, you're almost correct. Hmm. Long, deep,
Expressing sadness.
long, deep breath. Sigh. Just show me how do you sigh. Long, deep breath. That means you take a breath deep from your heart. A long, deep breath. That's what you mean by sigh. So sigh, the word sigh has two meanings. When do you sigh actually? Excuse me.
When we get sad.
When you become sad, when
When
you
we
are
regret doing
disappointed.
something.
Yes. When you're sad, when you are disappointed, when you regret about something, you sigh. And one more situation,
Crying.
when you feel so relaxed. Okay, so sigh means a long, deep breath. This is the literal meaning of the word. A long, deep breath. Children, please note it down, okay? A long, deep breath. But the inner meaning, that is, it's a sign of disappointment or regret. It is a sign of disappointment or regret. That is one meaning. The second meaning is that it's a sign of relief. It's a sign of relief. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. So the poet tells that in future, I will be sharing my experience, my life experience with a sigh. After many years. Okay, now when the poet made the decision, he never knows that it was right or not. He thought his decision would be right, but then he was not sure about it. But then he writes in his poem, in future, somewhere ages and ages, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. So just like in the poem, which we learned in class 7th, stopping by woods on a snow evening. I refer those lines in the initial class of ours. Do you remember those famous lines?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Just tell me. What were the lines? What were the lines? The main highlighting lines from the poems, Stopping by Woods.
Miles to go before I sleep.
Yes, the woods are lovely, dark and deep. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. I have miles to go before I sleep. Yes. So those are the highlighting lines from the poem, Stopping by Woods. In the same way, in this poem, The Road Not Taken, we find the last three lines are very popular. Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So the poet is indicating that he took the road which was traveled less, and that made a difference in his life. So when we connect the poem with the poet's life, we find that he is indicating about the momentous decision that he had taken in his life. That is to leave his home country, America, and to reside in London, in England. Okay, so that was a momentous decision. That was a tough time for him. He was not able to be popular in his country. American publishers rejected his works. All his poems remained on the papers without being published. And after moving to England, the England publishers accepted it, and it was published in journals and in magazines, and gradually he started gaining name and fame. And after few years, he came back to America, and then he became popular as a poet. So here, the poet tells that he feels What do you think the condition of poet? What do you think the emotional status of poet? Is the poet really happy that he has taken a decision, or he regrets about his decision? What do you
He's
think?
Ma'am,
He
he
is
regret.
regret about his
He
May
regret about
regret.
his decision. Okay, so how many of you agree with that? He has got a regret. Just raise your hands. Let me see. Just raise your hand. Okay, Rohan. Then Rachel. Noble also. Okay, few of you say that he regrets his decision. Okay, what about others? Do you think that he feels quite relieved of making such a decision? Come on, respond. Whatever it is, whether right or wrong, that doesn't matter. What do you think? Oh, thank you, dear children, for staying online. There was an unexpected power failure. Okay. So towards the end, we come to a conclusion that both can be said, because this is a poem, as I told you in the initial class. This is an ambiguous poem. This poem is quite confusing, and readers have the full freedom to interpret what the poet has written. So either we can say that the poet regret his decision, because moving from his home country was really a tough time for the poet. Are you all hearing me? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Moving
ma'am.
from his home country was a tough time for him. And he could not become famous in his home country, in America first, before becoming famous in foreign country. He was not able to gain fame and name in his own home country first. So in that case, we find that he regrets a bit. But when we think in the other side, on the contrary, we find that the poet is feeling much relieved, because just because he has taken the second road, the path which has not been traveled by many people, he was able to be a popular poet. Okay, so in both way we can interpret. The poet has left the poem open for interpretation. Readers can interpret. So that is how the poem concludes. So this poem has got a great connection with the poet's life. As I told you, it's an autobiographical work, and the poet tells us that it's all about decision making. The theme of the poem is making wise decisions at the right time. So decision making plays a very crucial role in all our lives. And in fact, the right decisions at the right time decides our destiny. So the poem conveys a very good message, a very relevant message in our life, that we are responsible for our own destiny. By the decisions that we make, we will reach either to success or to the failure. Okay, so I hope the poem is clear to you. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Have you all
No,
noted
ma'am.
down the meanings of the lines and the word?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So please go through the poem twice or thrice or more than that, and make yourself familiar with the theme.
Ma'am.
So dear children, the power comes and goes in between. So we have come to the end of our poem, and I hope it is all clear to you. So please go through it, and if you have any doubts, you can message me through WhatsApp also, okay? So in the next class, we'll be dealing with the poetic devices.
The class is called
Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.